Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, all the devotees, you can come forward so we can all sing together. And also just keep in mind, when we sing the Arati, normally the two most important things in Bhakti life, Shravanam and Kirtanam. Shravanam means when I am singing, you should first hear, which means very important. In Bhakti life, the most important thing is Shravanam, hearing. And then after that, you repeat. Then it has become Kirtanam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Shravanam, Kirtanam. So when I sing, you listen. When you sing, I will listen. Okay? So that way we are doing both. Hearing is also important because it is because of the hearing that the sound goes through your ears and cleanses your heart and your mind. So it's very important to hear. Okay? So lyrics are there. Number 1 and 2 on the left hand side, they are Guru Parampara. That is what we first sing. And the 3 and 4, 3 is the Panchatattva which is there, and 4 is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. जय श्री राधा गोकुल नंद की, जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, गौर निताय की, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी शून्यवादी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे everyone together. Hare Rama Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. Request everyone keep your hands up in the air. Jai Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Jai Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Gauranitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna everyone, thank you for taking part in the Arati. We're going to offer obeisances to Guru Parampara. Please be seated. So if you can bow down to offer obeisance to Guru Parampara. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajika Acharya Stotra Sata Srimadi's Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajika Acharya Stotra Sata Srimadi's Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki. Ananti Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Sham Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki. Ganga Mai Yamuna Mai ki. Tulsi Maharani Bhakti Devi ki. Vrindavan Dham Mathura Dham ki. Mayapur Dham Navadip Dham ki. Jagannath Puri Dham Dwarka Dham ki. Bhaktivedanta Manor Dham ki. Harinama Sankirtan ki. Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Please be seated. We are going to be singing the Narasimha prayer. Hare Krishna. Wasn't that so wonderful? Let's give a big round of applause to the little one. Your name? Your name is Chaitanya. Amazing, wonderful name. So as you know, the little one was mentioning about her name as Chaitanya. But do you know Chaitanya, the word Chaitanya is so important for us in Hare Krishna movement. Do you know why? Because it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who has actually given us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And how many of you are aware of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Couple of hands in this entire room. So definitely we have to share with you, because you are taking so much of effort to come to the Hare Krishna temple, and it is our dharma to share with you this beautiful knowledge of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because just now we were just talking about, so Bhagavan Sri Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktyamam abhi janati yavanyasya smritatvatah. Krishna says the one and only way you can understand me, Arjuna, is only by bhakti yoga. Only by bhakti you can understand Krishna Bhagavan, not by mental speculation or just thinking about or going to Google and finding out from there. Only by bhakti. But how to do bhakti in Kali Yuga, where people are completely forgotten about bhakti in this Kali Yuga. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna, in order to remind us how to do bhakti towards him, came in the avatar of a devotee called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, here you can see that is Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself, but who came in the mood of a devotee. And so Radha and Krishna, how there you can see Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So Srimati Radharani and Krishna come together in the form of a devotee called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in a place called Mayapur in West Bengal 500 years ago. And it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who has actually given us this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He is the one who has introduced us to this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, giving us this message that in this Kali Yuga, you don't need to run away into the Himalayas. You don't need to run away into the forest. Wherever you are, just Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalvanasteva Nasteva Gatiranyata, which means in this Kali Yuga, the one and only way you can attain Krishna Prema is by always chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So when Krishna Bhagavan himself comes and tells us that chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, do we need any other mantra? So there's so many mantras. Some mantras give you mystical power. Some mantras are for good health. Some mantras for for many different purposes. But this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is mainly meant for awakening Krishna Prema within all of us. Because if you have Krishna Prema within us, we have achieved, our life has become more successful. So here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself, who appeared 500 years ago, giving us this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but he came in the mood of Radharani. Can you even think of a better, bigger devotee than Radharani? Radharani is the greatest devotee of Lord Krishna, right? So Krishna came in that bhavam of Radharani. So he came in the mood of Radharani. And not only he came in the mood of Radharani, calling out, where is Krishna, where is Krishna, always chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Who? Krishna Bhagavan himself, showing us that this is how you have to worship me. And not only that, he came not only in the color, he also came in the color complexion of Radharani. That's why he's called as Gauranga. Gauranga means the Supreme Lord who appeared in golden complexion. Right? That is why it's called as Gauranga. What's he called as? Gauranga. Everyone together. Gauranga. Everyone together. Gauranga. So it is Gauranga who has actually given us the Hare Krishna. Don't you think we should be happy about that? Because here we are here in the Hare Krishna Mandir, it's because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, also called as Gauranga. So blue color dhoti, he's Nityananda, and Nityananda is who? He's Krishna's elder brother. Who's Krishna's elder brother? It's time, it's actually school holidays for the children, and also it is time to test our historical knowledge. So Nityananda is none other than Lord Balaram, okay? Krishna's brother. So Krishna and Balaram come again in the form of a devotee called Gauranga and Nityananda. And here white color dhoti, he is the reason why Krishna came in the form of a devotee. He's called as Advaita Acharya, and Advaita Acharya is an incarnation of Sadashiva and Mahavishnu. And it is he sitting by the Ganges and called out to Krishna with a nice Krishna Shila, and with pouring Ganga water and Tulsi leaves, he was praying to Krishna, please come in this material world, please come in this Kali Yuga. People have forgotten how to do bhakti. You told in Bhagavad Gita, Satatam Kirtayanto, my devotees are always chanting my holy name, but nobody is chanting. So please again come. And that is when Krishna again came in the form of Gauranga to show us that this is how you have to chant my names. See? And second from the right, that is Gadadhar Pandit, and Gadadhar Pandit is an incarnation of Radharani. Okay? And the last one, again I'll ask you another thing. his name is Srivas Pandit, and who is an incarnation of that devotee of Narayana who holds Veena in his hands. Who is that? Who holds a Veena in his hands and traveling in space? Narad Muni, right? So Narad Muni again comes in the incarnation of a devotee called Srivas Pandit. And we call them as Panchatattva. And they are the ones who have actually given us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Is that okay? So because tomorrow, our children, we can see children coming out here. So tomorrow when the children ask the parents, we should be ready with our answers. We should be ready to tell them. We went to the Hare Krishna temple, and who has given what does Hare Krishna mean? Hara is another name of Radharani. When we say Hare Krishna, we are saying Radharani and Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna means Radha and Krishna. Because somebody came and asked me, why are you only chanting Hare Krishna? What about Radharani? And I said, do you know what Hare means? And he said, no, I don't know. I said, like, Hare means Radharani. So that's why we're just sharing with you. And so I would request everyone, because of them, we are here in the Hare Krishna temple chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So don't you think we should glorify them? So can I ask everyone, keep your hands up in the mood of surrender, just like the way how they kept their hands up. Keep your hands up in the mood of surrender and repeat after me. Gauranga! Gauranga! Nityananda! Nityananda! When I say Gauranga, you say Nityananda, okay? When I say Nityananda, you say Gauranga. Gauranga! Gauranga! Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda. I am very happy to tell you, by just lifting your hands and calling out Gauranga and Nityananda, $1 billion have got deposited into your spiritual bank balance. Because this is the most auspicious thing to do. Because in this Kali Yuga, Gauranga and Nityananda, they are the most merciful avatars. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared 500 years ago, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Krishna himself was chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra when he came in the avatar of a devotee. And he has predicted, next 10,000 years, Hare Krishna Mahamantra will be spread in every town, every village, all over the world will be chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And taking the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, our Gurudev, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, and his spiritual master told him, go to the Western countries and preach about Krishna. When he was young, when he was 25 years old, that's when his Guru told him. He kept that in his mind, kept that in his heart, and at the age of 69 years, on the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who wanted our people of Indian descent to go and spread the Hare Krishna movement all over the world, taking this message and this mission, Srila Prabhupada went in a cargo ship for 38 days, traveling in a ship, surviving 2 heart attacks. With just 40 rupees with him, he went all the way to the US. Not knowing anybody at all. Sitting under a tree in New York, he was chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. See the power of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Everybody started gathering by chanting the Hare Krishna, just like how all of you have come. Right? And slowly he took one temple, and from one temple he went on to build 108 temples all around the world. In 10 years' time, from 70 years to 80 years, he built 108 temples all around the world. And not only that, 14 times he traveled all around the world preaching about Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Are we not so fortunate? Are we not so fortunate to be born in Sanatana Dharma? What is the original name of Hinduism? What is the original name? Sanatana Dharma, right? And does Krishna explain? Krishna explains about Sanatana Dharma in Bhagavad Gita. Mamayivamsa jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. Krishna says, Arjuna, you're all stuck up in these small identities, these temporary bodily identities. I'm Indian, I'm American, I'm European. But Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, you're none of these. You have a much higher identity. What is that higher identity? Mamayivamsa jiva loke, which means the Supreme Lord is telling that all of us, we are all spirit souls or jiva atmas, and we are part and parcel of the Supreme Paramatma. That means we have a higher identity, that we belong to the Supreme Lord. But because we have fallen into this material world, where are we coming from? Originally we are from the spiritual world, and we have fallen into this material world, so we have forgotten our relationship with Krishna. So how do we once again revive our relationship with Krishna? By chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the main essence of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is to once again revive our relationship with Krishna. We have forgotten our relationship with Krishna. Why? Why we have forgotten this relationship? Because all of us, we are all spirit souls sitting inside this body. So the most important thing to understand in the spiritual world is, I am not this body, I am inside this body. And who am I? I'm a spirit soul sitting inside this body. And this spirit soul, that is we are not this body, we are a spirit soul. We have been constantly changing from one body to another body to another body. So all of us, we had many bodies before we come into this human body. But this human body is a great opportunity because animals cannot realize God, but only human beings can realize God. So this human life is a great opportunity that by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can cleanse our mind, cleanse our heart, awaken the real love for Krishna. The whole purpose of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is to awaken the love for Krishna. Because when we awaken the love for Krishna, and Krishna says, Antakalesha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. He says towards the end of the life, whomever you remember, towards the last moments of your life, that is where you will go. So if you have attachments towards the devatas, let's say if you love Ganesha, Krishna says, then you go to the planet of the Ganesha. If you love your ancestors, you will go to the planet of the ancestors. If you worship ghosts and spirits, that's where you will be born again. But Krishna says, but if you love me, the Bhagavan Sri Krishna, then Krishna says, then none of these things, you won't go to any of these places, you will directly come to the highest Vaikuntha planet of Krishna, which is called as Goloka Vrindavan. So then there is no coming back. So up till the Brahmaloka, which is the highest planet in the material world, even if you go to Brahmaloka, you again have to come back into this material world. So Krishna is giving us the ultimate solution for all our problems in our life, saying that this life, give it for Krishna. This life, dedicate your life for Krishna. How can we, Krishna talks about, because the main name of our Hinduism called as Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana, what does Sanatana mean? Sanatana means that which is eternal. That which doesn't change. The Atma, which is our spirit soul, doesn't change. But this body is always changing, isn't it? You can see the small children. At one time, we are also like small children, right? But if I ask you, where is the childlike body? You will say that body is gone. Then you have a teenage body. And later you will have a middle-aged body. If I ask you now, where is the teenage body? You will say, when you were very smart, wearing jeans, where is that body? That body is gone, but you are still here. How come you are still there? Because that body is gone, right? That means the body is dead, but you're still here. So Krishna Bhagavan is explaining in Bhagavad Gita, the Atma is eternal, which means Sanatana. Sanatana means eternal, it doesn't change. But the body constantly keeps changing. And at the time of death, the soul leaves the body and enters into another body. So like that, we all believe in reincarnation, right? And Krishna is telling us, we'll keep on reincarnating till we finally come to a stage when we develop love for Krishna. Because when you love Krishna, when you completely fall in love with Krishna, that is the end of all this repetition. No more reincarnations. Why? What happens? As I mentioned, Krishna says towards the end of the life, if you think about Krishna, then it says no more repeated births. You will directly come back to the highest planet of Krishna. And in 2 months' time, we are having this very important festival, Krishna Janmashtami, right? That's the time when, so before Krishna's appearance day, we all know the beautiful appearance day of Krishna in Mathura. So we should already start thinking about these beautiful stories of Krishna, right? How we can love Krishna, how Krishna's appearance, all these things are so divyam. Krishna says that those who listen to Krishna's stories, Krishna is saying, Krishna is giving you the highest benediction and gift, saying that those who are listening to my stories, Janma Karma Cha Divme Divyam, Evam Yo Veti Taktataha, Chaktodeham Punarjanma Naiti Mameti. So Krishna is telling those who listen to my stories, towards the end of the life, they won't come back again into this material world. Why? I'm giving you the highest benediction that you will come back to my love. Because you have developed so much of love for me, you've been listening to my stories. So the next destination is Krishna Loka. So I want to give you, in the interest of the children here, I want to give you one simple sloka, which I want all of you to repeat. Is that okay? So just repeat after me. In this, Krishna is telling how to worship Krishna in the most simple and easy way, which we can teach our children. Is that okay? Are you all ready for it? Yes. Yeah, are you all ready? Yes. Okay, let's do it. If you want to record it, you can record it, because so that you can give it to our children the very next day. And at least one sloka from Bhagavad Gita. We are so fortunate to be born in Sanatana Dharma. At least take one Bhagavad Gita sloka. Read that one sloka in your life. And that sloka, even if you, just like a big fire starts with one small matchbox, right? Similarly, one sloka, if you start doing it every day, within no time, you will learn a lot of things from Bhagavad Gita. So just repeat after me this particular sloka where Krishna is telling, if you make a humble offering to Krishna, he will surely accept it. Patram Pushpam. You can repeat it loudly. Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayachati Tad Aham Bhaktya Upahritam Asnami Prayatatmana. Well, let's repeat once again. Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayachati Tad Aham Bhaktya Upahritam Asnami Prayatatmanaha. So Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Upahritam Asnami Prayatatmana. The meaning of this sloka, it is from chapter number 9, Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yoga, verse number 26. Shri Krishna Bhagavan is telling Arjuna, Arjuna, if one offers me with love and devotion, 4 simple things: tulsi leaf, flower, a fruit or water. What are the 4 things? Tulsi leaf, flower, fruit and water. If any of these things, it's not that all the 4 has to be offered, whatever you have at your disposal. If you don't have anything, Krishna is so kind, he's saying at least offer water. Krishna himself is the taste of water. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi surya. I am the taste of water, Krishna says. And Krishna is asking the water only to be offered. So Krishna says, if you offer with love and devotion any of these 4 things, Krishna is saying, I will surely accept it. So we can teach our children during your holidays that early in the morning when you wake up, chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and just offer some fruits or flowers to Krishna. This is the starting of your bhakti life, where you're calling out to Krishna and you're offering some fruits to Krishna, and Krishna is saying, I will surely eat it and I will keep it just the same way so that you can enjoy it as prasadam. So whatever we offer to Krishna, Krishna returns it in the form of prasadam so that we will be happily purified by eating Krishna prasadam. Okay, so when you go out, there is Mahaprasadam being served in the Haveli, so you can have some Mahaprasadam. Also, Prabhuji is going to be giving us Harikatha, which is Krishna Katha. Like as I said, this is the most auspicious thing is to listen to Krishna Katha, because Krishna is giving 100% of his blessings, which will take us back to Krishna Loka by just listening to Krishna Katha. So please give your ears to listen to this beautiful Harikatha. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna! So let's do the Panchatattva. Just repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Advaita Gadadara. Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And now chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
You're getting a lot of love today. Haribol, everybody. So, as Prabhu was saying, there's some Mahaprasadam being served in the Haveli. As you go down the stairs into the courtyard, that would be on your right-hand side. And for those of you that would like to stay in the temple room, we're going to be hearing from one of our very special books called Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is a very nice opportunity to hear all about Krishna, which is the purpose of this temple. So by coming and sitting down and listening to the narrations of the Supreme Lord, we are actually fulfilling the essential purpose of this temple. That's good news for all of us. But before we do that, I'm just going to offer a few prayers and invite you to chant with me for a few minutes. You'll see the mantras on the screens. in the top right and top left corners. So before we start chanting these mantras, I'll offer a few prayers. And when I start chanting the mantras, the way we chant them as a group is known as call and response. So one person leads the chanting of the mantra, and then the congregation responds by chanting the same mantra. Yeah? And then again, the leader chants one mantra and the congregation responds. So like this, call and response, call and response. And this is called Sankirtana, the loud congregational chanting of Krishna's holy names, which is the Yuga Dharma, or the sublime and perfect religion for this age of Kali. And what is the benefit to us? The benefit to us is that our heart and our mind becomes purified, cleared, and we can gradually understand our true spiritual nature, our real identity. Everybody has a spiritual identity. Actually, spiritual identity is my identity because I am soul, I am part and parcel of Krishna. This body is merely a temporary covering of that identity. But we very much identify with the temporary covering. We think that the temporary covering is me. But the temporary covering is only a covering. And in order to realize who I am at heart, in essence, then we need a process, a method that wakes us up to our real identity. And that method is Bhakti Yoga, and that Bhakti Yoga begins with hearing and chanting all about the glories of the Supreme Lord, and especially by chanting together His holy names. His holy names are very powerful, and they are full with all of Krishna's spiritual potencies. And there's no difference between Krishna's holy name and Krishna Himself. So when we chant Krishna's holy name, we are associating directly with the Lord. So let's take this opportunity. Let's take advantage of this opportunity and chant together, and then we will begin hearing from Krishna book. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishta Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashtadare Shatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Your turn. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Your turn. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Muririyet Shunvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtana Hridyantasto Yabadrani Vidanoti Suratsitam Nashtabrayeshva Badreshu Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya Bhagavat Yutima Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki. So we're reading from Krishna book, volume 2, chapter 31, which is called The Kidnapping of Subhadra. And Lord Krishna is visiting the homes of two dear devotees, King Bahalashva and a Brahmana named Shrutadeva. Before I forget, this chanting of Hare Krishna can be performed by one and all at any place and at any time. In your homes, in your communities, when you get together. It's a very simple process. You just need a rhythm, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah? You can use kartals if you have them. You can also use, I've done it with a metal bowl and a spoon, yeah? Right, if that's all you have, that works. And one person leads the chanting and everyone else responds. Call and response, call and response. Yes, this is the greatest form of dharma, religious practice in this age of Kali. We are pleasing God by coming together to chant His names like this. It does not require any expense. It does not require any great arrangement. No purchasing of elaborate or costly ingredients. One simply has to vibrate the name with one's tongue and hear the name with one's ear. That's all that's needed. Iti Shatashakam Nam Kalikam Lashanasham. Lord Brahma says that there's not a more sublime method of religion in all the Vedic literatures than the chanting of these 16 names of Lord Shri Krishna. Yes, one cannot find a more sublime method of religion. So if we want to be benefited and if we want to do something that is spiritually powerful, good for us and good for others, then you will not find a better process. So in your homes, in your families, communities, friends, when you get together, just chant Hare Krishna for at least 5 or 10 minutes or longer. You might find that you like it so much that you go for half an hour. You might find that you really like it and 3 hours later you're still chanting, because it's not a mundane sound vibration, it's a transcendental sound. And it is energizing and purifying. So one can always chant these names of the Lord and feel connected to Krishna. And we're also being connected to Krishna by hearing His pastimes. So we're picking up where we left off last week. Lord Krishna has visited the homes of two great devotees in the city of Videha, in the district of Mithila. So we're hearing the prayers of one of his devotees, I believe. This is King Bahalashva. He says, "My dear Lord, you are the supersoul of all living entities, and as witness within the heart, are cognizant of everyone's activities. As such, being duty bound, we always think of your lotus feet so that we can remain in a secure position without deviating from your eternal service. As a result of our continuous remembrance of your lotus feet, you have kindly visited my place personally to favor me with your causeless mercy. Try to hear patiently, because this is the most effective means of worshiping the Lord, by hearing about Him. So if you're going to sit here with us, try to hear patiently. Don't let your mind sabotage your spiritual activity. The mind will tell you you've somewhere else to be, something more important to do. But sitting with devotees in front of their lordships, hearing Krishna Katha, there is nothing better to do and no better place to be. But if you have to go, go, of course. But if you don't, then try to hear nicely. So King Bahalashva continues. Oh, and if anyone has any reflections or questions as you're hearing the text, then raise your hand or let me know you'd like to discuss it. So he says, you have kindly visited my place personally to favor me with your causeless mercy. We have heard, my dear Lord, that by your various statements you confirm your pure devotees to be more dear to you than Lord Balaram or your constant servitor, the goddess of fortune. Your devotees are dearer to you than your first son, Lord Brahma. And I am sure that you have so kindly visited my place in order to prove your divine statement. I cannot imagine how people can be godless and demoniac even after knowing of your causeless mercy and affection for your devotees who are constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness. How can they forget your lotus feet? My dear Lord, it is known to us that you are so kind and liberal that when a person leaves everything just to engage in Krishna consciousness, you sometimes give yourself in exchange for that unalloyed service. You have appeared in the Yadu dynasty to fulfill your mission of reclaiming all conditioned souls rotting in the sinful activities of material existence. And this appearance is already famous all over the world. My dear Lord, you are the ocean of unlimited mercy, love, and affection. Your transcendental form is full of bliss, knowledge, and eternity. You can attract everyone's heart by your beautiful form as Shyamasundara, Krishna. Your knowledge is unlimited, and to teach all people how to execute devotional service, you have sent your incarnation, Narayana, who is engaged in severe austerities and penances at Badari Narayana. Kindly, therefore, accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. My dear Lord, I beg to request you and your companions, the great sages and brahmanas, to remain at my place so that this family of the famous King Nimi may be sanctified by the dust of your lotus feet, at least for a few days. Srila Prabhupada writes, Lord Krishna could not refuse the request of his devotee, and thus he remained there for a few days, along with the sages, in order to sanctify the city of Mithila and all its citizens. Meanwhile, the Brahmana, simultaneously receiving Lord Krishna and his associates at his home, became transcendently overwhelmed with joy. After offering his guests nice sitting places, the Brahmana began to dance, throwing his wrap around his body. Shrutadeva, being not at all rich, offered only mattresses, wooden planks, straw carpets, etc., to his distinguished guests, Lord Krishna and the sages. But he welcomed them to his best capacity. He began to speak very highly of the Lord and the sages, and he and his wife washed the feet of each one of them. After this, he took the water and sprinkled it over all the members of his family. And although it appeared that the Brahmana was very poor, he was at that time most fortunate. While Shrutadeva was welcoming Lord Krishna and his associates, he simply forgot himself in transcendental joy. After welcoming the Lord and his companions, according to his capacity, he brought fruits, incense, scented water, scented clay, tulasi leaves, kusha straw, and lotus flowers. They were not very costly items and could be secured very easily, but because they were offered with devotional love, Lord Krishna and his associates accepted them very gladly. The Brahmana's wife cooked very simple foods like rice and dal, and Lord Krishna and his followers were very pleased to accept them because they were offered in devotional love. When Lord Krishna and his associates were fed in this way, the Brahmana Shrutadev was thinking thus: I am fallen into the deep dark well of householder life, and I am the most unfortunate person. How has it become possible that Lord Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and his associates, the great sages, whose very presence makes a place as sanctified as a pilgrimage site, have agreed to come to my place? While the Brahmana was thinking in this way, the guests finished their lunch and sat back very comfortably. At that time, the Brahmana Shrutadeva and his wife, children, and other relatives appeared there to render service to the distinguished guests. While touching the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, the Brahmana began to speak. My dear Lord, he said, you are the Supreme Person, Purushottama, situated transcendentally to the manifested and unmanifested material creation. The activities of this material world and of the conditioned souls have nothing to do with your position. We can appreciate that it is not that only today you have given me your audience. You are associating with all the living entities as Paramatma since the beginning of creation. Srila Prabhupada writes, this statement of the Brahmana is very instructive. It is a fact that the Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead, in his Paramatma feature, entered the creation of this material world as Mahavishnu, Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, and Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. And in a very friendly attitude, the Lord is sitting along with the conditioned soul in the body. Therefore, every living entity has the Lord with him from the very beginning. But due to his mistaken consciousness of life, the living entity cannot understand this. When his consciousness is, however, changed into Krishna consciousness, he can immediately understand how Krishna is trying to assist the conditioned souls to get out of the material entanglement. So it's a question of consciousness. Those who are Krishna conscious, they realize how Krishna is with them and assisting and trying to help escape from the material tabernacle and return home back to Godhead. Whereas others who are in a polluted state of consciousness, in materialistic consciousness, they have no awareness of this fact. So much so that they even revolt at the very idea of God's existence. Their consciousness is covered consciousness. And the process of hearing and chanting about the Lord uncovers that consciousness. It allows consciousness to blossom until it is fully blossomed in perfect Krishna consciousness. The sunlight is reaching so many places. If we step into those places that sunlight reaches, we experience the touch of the sunlight. But if we remain in shadowy places, concealed places, dark places, yes, then how we can experience the sun? One has to put oneself in the rays of the sun. Similarly, one has to put oneself in the rays of Krishna, by hearing about Krishna, by chanting about Krishna, by associating with the Lord's devotees. Then one can tangibly experience the presence of the Lord. Shrutadeva continued, "My dear Lord, you have entered this material world as if in a sleeping condition. A conditioned soul, while sleeping, creates false or temporary worlds. He becomes busy in many illusory activities, sometimes becoming a king, sometimes being murdered, or sometimes going to an unknown city. And all these are simply temporary affairs." Right? In our dreaming state, we create so many worlds and identities and relationships. And when we wake up, we look at that and think, oh, that was all temporary, not true. Simply temporary affairs. Similarly, your Lordship, apparently also in a sleeping condition, enters this material world to create a temporary manifestation, not for your personal necessities, but for the conditioned soul who wants to imitate your Lordship as enjoyer. This is a very, very important sentence. If we understand this sentence, if we think about it, we will understand a great deal about the purpose of this creation and why we are here. Shrutadev, the Brahmana, devotee of the Lord, he says, "Your Lordship, apparently also in a sleeping condition, enters this material world to create a temporary manifestation, not for your personal necessities, but for the conditioned soul who wants to imitate your Lordship as enjoyer." So Krishna, apparently in a sleeping condition, enters this world just to create a temporary manifestation for us, so that we can imitate him. Yes? He creates this, he enters it, he sustains it, he guides us, just so that we can have the experience of imitating him as the Purusha, the enjoyer. Otherwise, he has no personal necessity here. He enters it apparently in a sleeping condition and creates so many temporary phenomenal manifestations just for us, just so that we can imitate him. The conditioned soul's enjoyment in the material world is temporary and illusory. And yet the conditioned soul is by himself unable to create such a temporary situation for his illusory enjoyment. Right? We can't go it alone. Can't create it alone. Can't make our own world. In order to fulfill his desires, although they are temporary and illusory, you enter in this temporary manifestation to help him. Right? Krishna enters in order to fulfill the various desires of the wayward living entity who wants to imitate God. Right? I mean, that's pretty far out, don't you think? Krishna, God, comes here to help us pretend to be him. We're not satisfied being servants of God, being part and parcel servants of God. And we have some revulsion against the idea of serving God. We want to be the God. I am the God. Right? The Pharaoh says, I am the God. Right, Krishna. And Krishna says, all right, you want to play God? Then I have a place for you where you can come and play God. I will create all facilities and opportunities for you to play God. You'll have a good go at it. You'll have many opportunities over lifetimes together in various forms of species, just suitable to your mentality of attempting to be God. So Shrutadeva continues. You enter in this temporary manifestation to help him, the conditioned soul. Thus, From the beginning of the conditioned souls entering into the material world, you are his constant companion. When, therefore, the conditioned soul comes in contact with a pure devotee and takes to devotional service, beginning from the process of hearing your transcendental pastimes, glorifying your transcendental activities, worshipping your eternal form in the temple, offering prayers to you, and engaging in discussion to understand your transcendental position, he then gradually becomes freed from the contamination of material existence. Yes? By association with a devotee and being engaged in the various processes of bhakti yoga, then one gradually becomes freed from this contamination. His heart becomes cleansed of all material dust, and thus gradually you become visible in the heart of the devotee. So we want to see God, but first we have to have our eyes cured. We have like cataract, cannot see properly. They have to be treated. People may jump up and down saying, "Can you show me God? Where is God? I want to see God." Yes, we can show you God. But are you willing to take the treatment so that you can see God? Are you willing to have your eyes cured of cataracts so that you can see God? Yes, you can see God. Are you ready? Are you prepared to undergo a process of treatment? Or do you think it's so cheap and easy? Yeah? You have 2 broken legs and you're going to tell the surgeon, make me run. I have to run today. Yes, you'll run. Let your legs heal first, then you can run. No, today I must run. How unreasonable are we being? Some people are very unreasonable, oftentimes. Show me God now, today. Well, what's your qualification to see God? First become qualified, then you'll see. So, his heart becomes cleansed of all material dust, and thus gradually you become visible in the heart of the devotee. The heart is cleansed of all covering, so that one can, it's like a mirror. The mind, the Chaitana, it's like a mirror. If it's clear, then like a mirror one can see oneself nicely. But if the mirror is covered in dust, you cannot see. So the process of bhakti yoga is to cleanse the mirror of the heart. Although you are constantly with the conditioned soul, only when he becomes purified by devotional service do you become revealed to him. Others who are bewildered by fruitive activities, either by Vedic injunction or customary dealings, and who do not take to devotional service, become captivated by the external happiness of the bodily concept of life. You are not revealed to such persons. Rather, you remain far, far away from them, even though the Lord is within everybody's heart. One who is captivated by the notion of enjoying through the external senses cannot perceive Krishna in one's own heart. It is only by the purification of consciousness that the Lord agrees to be revealed. You are not revealed to such persons, rather you remain far, far away from them. But for one who, being engaged in your devotional service, has purified his heart by constant chanting of your holy name, you become very easily understood as his eternal, constant companion. So this is a process that we have to adopt. Regularly, constantly chanting Krishna's holy name and glories. If we make this a regular function in our life, then gradually we will become more and more free of this material contamination. And Krishna will reveal himself to us more and more. It begins with the tongue, jivadao. Ata Shri Krishna Namari Nabhavet Graham Sevan Mukha Hijilara Svayameva Sparatira. Krishna becomes revealed to a devotee as the devotee engages in the Lord's service, beginning with the tongue. And what does the tongue do? The tongue vibrates the glories of the Lord and His holy name. And the tongue tastes Krishna prasadam, food offered to the Lord. So by serving Krishna, by taking prasadam, and by glorifying Krishna, chanting His holy names, then one is serving the Lord, at least attempting to serve, and Krishna gradually becomes revealed. He is pleased to gradually reveal Himself. Shrutadeva continues, "It is said that your Lordship, sitting in the heart of a devotee, gives him direction by which he can very quickly come back to home, back to you. This direct dictation by you reveals your existence within the heart of the devotee." Yeah, the Lord will dictate from within. This is how you come to me. This is how you come closer to me. Only a devotee can immediately appreciate your existence within his heart. Whereas for a person who has only a bodily conception of life and is engaged in sense gratification, you always remain covered by the curtain of Yoga Maya. Such a person cannot realize that you are very near, sitting within his heart. For a non-devotee, you are appreciated only as ultimate death. The non-devotee finally gets to appreciate the Lord as ultimate death. The difference is like the difference between a cat's carrying its kittens in its mouth and a cat's carrying a rat in its mouth. In the mouth of the cat, the rat feels its death, whereas the kittens in the mouth of the cat feel motherly affection. Similarly, you are present to everyone, but the non-devotee feels you as the ultimate cruel death, whereas for a devotee, you are the supreme instructor and philosopher. The atheist therefore understands the presence of God as death, but the devotee understands the presence of God always within his heart, takes dictation from you, and lives transcendentally, not being affected by the contamination of the material world. This is such a nice example, yeah? The cat carries in its mouth both the kittens and the rat. The rat experiences that carrying as death, and the kittens experience that carrying as motherly affection. In the same way, the devotee experiences Krishna as personally present in his heart, giving instruction, dictation, guidance, help. And the non-devotee who is against the very existence of God experiences God as death, feels God as death. Nobody wants to die. But cruel death is imposed upon everybody. Of course, when you're young, you think, yeah, that's, I'll never die. Come on. Everyone else is dying, but not me. I'm exempt. Yes? I'm exempt. I'm very young. I'm young, you know. I'll always be young. Death won't catch me. But ultimately, death will be forced upon everybody. And in that moment, one will realize that I have no challenge to death. I cannot say, no thank you, or not today. Come back some other time, right? I'm busy. I have things to do. I have, projects to complete. Come back another day. No. When death comes, it's time. Yeah. Time to go. So the non-devotees face the Supreme in the form of death, and there is no argument. Just like the rat cannot argue with the cat. Not today, my dear cat. Please. Be merciful. No, the cat takes the rat in the mouth and bites down, and death is sure. You have something you want to share?
That was like if the rat says to Lord Rama,
If the rat
he
says
must,
to Lord Rama.
he as in he's a cat, so he should like forgive kind of his nature.
Okay, if the living entity prays to Lord Ramachandra to please forgive my nature, my rat-like nature,
might do the peace, Lord Rama, but not. It's not for the same for the Lord Krishna. He is like more.
Are you asking me, or is that a statement?
No, that's a statement.
What's not the same? Tell me exactly what exactly
They
is not
both
the
have a
same.
different kind of nature that doesn't follow the same path.
Lord Rama and Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
They're both the same Supreme Personality of Godhead.
They are same.
Yeah.
But still, he is like more focused on the Lord Krishna is like more focused on what is good for the rat.
Okay.
And Lord Rama is like what he is asking, I am providing. As on my
Possibly. Lord Ramachandra, he's Maryada Purushottama.
whatever, so you are
So
asking.
he's very strict about religious principles. Yeah, Lord Ramachandra.
He
He's
is
very strict about religious principles. But what did you want to say? Are you trying to say which one of them, Lord Krishna or Lord Rama, is more merciful? Is that the gist?
Lord Rama is more merciful. Because as then there is a mother and father like kind of a question as we can see. Because a mother will like scold or like actually hit a child. A father will like have a second phase like no. Let's scold just scold him.
That's quite general. Yeah, there are different approaches to motherhood and fatherhood,
So they are
depending on the daughter or the son. Yeah, go on.
yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you. Mataji wants to reply to that.
I want to say that Mahaprabhu is the most merciful. If we want to approach the most merciful, then the best is to approach Mahaprabhu,
Who's Mahaprabhu? Do you know who Mahaprabhu is? Do you know who she means?
No,
No, tell him who Mahaprabhu is.
So Mahaprabhu is Lord Chaitanya. In the middle here, in this picture you see, he's in the middle. And he came 500 years ago. That's the last incarnation of Krishna that appeared here in this world. And he gave us the Maha Mantra. And he's the most merciful, and even more merciful is his brother, Lord Nityananda, who is on his right. Because they are so merciful to the most fallen, like me, for example, and they just only ask us to chant Maha Mantra.
Yeah, I'm actually so learning about him because I'm from a different kind of culture, but I know more of them. So I just related the story of that cat and mouse to him, like if the rat pleases to the cat, like not today, as a death scene. So there is a saying that the Ravana, if he had pled.
If Ravana had prayed to
Lord Rama.
If Ravana had prayed to Lord Rama, then?
Yeah, then he must have forgiven.
Yeah.
But
so would Krishna.
Same saying for Lord Krishna, if his like mama, because it's like mother's brother, Lord
Kamsa.
Yeah.
Kamsa was Krishna's uncle. Yes.
Uncle.
Yes.
So if he pleases, I am kind of a bit.
You think Krishna would have been like, nah. If Kamsa had surrendered to Krishna and said, I'm sorry.
There was a time actually. He was given a time phase, but after that he was like told that now it's all. So
okay. I haven't heard that Kamsa displayed any contrition at any point. Kamsa was always afraid of Krishna.
Yeah, he was.
Right?
Of his death actually.
Pardon?
Kamsa was afraid of his death. Not Krishna. It was.
Well, yeah. Same thing.
Same thing.
Because Krishna was foretold to be the cause of his death.
Not the cause.
So in Kamsa's mind, Krishna equals death. Krishna equals my death.
Yeah.
So he was always thinking of the Lord in the form of his own death. That's why he was afraid, and that's why he was so hell-bent on getting rid of Krishna. Yeah. But we should remember that Krishna, as Swayam Bhagavan, is the source of all other incarnations. So, if we find any mercy in Lord Ramachandra, yes? If there is mercy in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which there is unlimitedly, practically, is the most merciful incarnation, then that mercy exists because it exists in Krishna. Right? Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and all manifestations exist within him. So any manifestation of mercy, kindness, is there because it's there in Krishna. And Krishna means, along with his eternal consort, who is the embodiment of compassion. Radha and Krishna are always together. In the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha and Krishna combine. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayana. Radha and Krishna in one body, that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is the most merciful incarnation because in his attitude, in his mood, he displays the greatest degree of compassion, kindness, mercy. But he's Krishna. He's not someone else. Yeah? But as Mataji was intimating, we should know where, how to say it? We should know where our great good fortune can be accessed. Yeah? So within our Hare Krishna movement, before we chant the holy names of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, we always chant this Panchatattva mantra first. Why? Why do we chant Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta? Why? Because these five personalities, yes, Krishna and his other truthful expansions, they are very, very merciful. They're very, very merciful. And by approaching them first, it becomes much easier to attain the grace of Radha and Krishna. You cannot go directly. You cannot go directly to Radha Krishna. Yes? You must go through Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes? And that means to go through Sri Nityananda Prabhu, which means to go through Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas Thakur, the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, and the spiritual masters in their line of succession. It means to approach Krishna through his dear devotees. Srila Prabhupada said you have to catch up the current link. You have to catch up the current link to Krishna. And that current link comes in Sri Guru Parampara. So we can speculate about which form of Krishna is most merciful, or which form of Godhead, which avatar is more kind than another form. But what is the value of such speculation? Because there's no approaching any form of the Lord directly. One must go through his agency. His agency means his unalloyed devotee, Sri Guru. That is his agency. And Sri Guru, who is embodied in the form of Nityananda Prabhu, is the most merciful personality. Yeah? It says that he is the last limit of mercy. Sri Guru, Nityananda, is the last limit of mercy. If you cannot get his mercy, then there's nowhere else you can go. There's no other merciful place. He is the last limit of mercy, Nityananda. Yeah? Just like in the altar in the center here, we have these two smaller appearing deities, Gaur-Nitai. That means Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. They're the last limit of mercy. Do you know the story of Jagai and Madhai? No? There were two great criminals in Navadvip 500 years ago. They were born in pious Brahminical families, but these two fellows were debauchees of the highest order. Yeah, highest order debauchee means lowest of men. And there was no nefarious crime or sin that they did not commit. Yeah, they were low class, although they appeared to be high class by birth. We have words in English, yeah? They were low class. That's polite. Nityananda Prabhu approached them and thought, if I can somehow get through to these two persons, then it will be great glory to Lord Chaitanya. If I can convince these two to take to the path of Krishna Bhakti, that will be a wonderful thing. So he approached them and asked them to chant the names of Krishna. Of course, what was the result? They're like snakes, so they immediately just became angry. They chased Nityananda and Haridas Thakur away. But that Nityananda Prabhu didn't quit. He was not a quitter. He's the last limit of mercy. So he kept trying. Again, he approached them and asked them to take the holy name of Krishna. On this occasion, one of the pair, who was it? Was it Madai or Jagai? I always forget which one it was. Let's say it was. Let's say it was Madhai. Anyway, either Jagai or Madhai became very angry and threw a broken pot at Nityananda Prabhu. Found some broken clay pot by the side of the road and picked it up and threw it at Nityananda, struck him on the head. Right? So with such force that blood began to flow. Yeah? Nityananda Prabhu's companion Haridas Thakur immediately ran to call Lord Chaitanya to the scene. Meanwhile, Nityananda Prabhu recovered himself and said that it does not matter that you've done this. I'm not offended, right? I'm not offended. I'm not disturbed. I'm not angry. I just want you to take the holy name of Krishna for your own benefit. I want this for you. I don't care that you've struck me on the head and the blood is flowing. I don't care. I just want you to be happy in Krishna consciousness. Last limit of mercy. Of course, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very quickly appeared on the scene like a lion. And he raised he's Krishna. He lifted his Sudarshan Chakra and he was prepared to behead one of the brothers. Whichever one it was. I'm sorry, I can't remember if it was Jagai or not. He was ready to kill him. But he didn't. Why didn't he? He was quite prepared to kill. Because Nityananda Prabhu had been struck, offended. There's only one reason he did not. Because Nityananda Prabhu asked him not to. He said, "My Lord, in all other forms of incarnation, you have your divine weapons. You annihilate the miscreants, you kill the demons. But in this appearance, your weapon is the holy name. And you have not come to kill the body of the poor creatures of Kali Yuga. Right? You have come to kill the demoniac mentality that is existing within everyone of this age. And that your mercy and your mission will be most wonderfully demonstrated if you forgive these two fellows." Yeah? And one of the brothers had already a little bit recanted, or he was a little bit, he came to his senses. Oh, look, Nityananda Prabhu is not offended, not disturbed, not angry. We have done such a terrible thing, insulted him in this way. So he was a little bit trying to make his brother see sense. The end result was that both of them were saved. Yes? They surrendered to Nitai. They surrendered to Nityananda Prabhu, and thus to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya gave them shelter. Yeah? He forgave them. He relieved them of all of their sins and instructed them. Instructed them how to become devotees of the Lord. And from that day forward, they gave up their sinful ways. And they used to serve all of the Vaishnavas by cleaning, right, the bathing gut by the river Ganga, where the devotees would take bath. Isn't that correct? They would clean the bathing gut? And doing other menial services for the devotees. They adopted a humble, simple, and pure way of life. Can you imagine? Imagine, some meanest, ugliest, nastiest, most disgusting criminal. Yeah. Imagine them having a transformation whereby they practically became saintly, humble, meek, repentant, contrite. Imagine. That is the power of Lord Nityananda, the last limit of mercy. That is the power of Shri Shri Gaur Nitai, who are standing on our altar here. So we should know, there's this phrase in English, know where your bread is buttered, right? Know where your bread is buttered. He knows where his bread is buttered, right? He knows where he can get his greatest good fortune. We also must know where our greatest good fortune is available. It is available with Shri Shri Gaur Nitai, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda. We should submit ourselves there, surrender there. We cannot go to Radha and Krishna direct. Thank you for your contribution. Otherwise, we would not have been able to talk about the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So for the non-devotees, God is experienced as death, just like the rat experiences the mouth of the cat as death. But the kittens experience the mouth of the cat as protection. Motherly protection and affection. So if we become devotees, whatever happens to us, we will experience that this is Krishna protecting me. This is Krishna helping me, guiding me, leading me, saving me. But if we don't become devotees, then we will die like rats. Nobody wants to die like a rat. So we have Bhagavad Gita class in a few minutes. Let's, before we do that, before we move on to Bhagavad Gita class, we're going to just finish up a paragraph or two here, because we have a couple of minutes left before 6. Shrutadev, the devotee Brahmana of the Lord, he continues. You are the supreme controller and superintendent of the material nature's activities. The atheistic class of men simply observe the activities of material nature, but cannot find you as the original background. Right? So many atheistic personalities, especially within the science community, not that every scientist is an atheist, but many are. They will observe material nature, but they don't see the background controller of that nature. They don't see how Krishna is orchestrating everything and is the superintendent of this material nature. A devotee, however, can immediately see your hand in every movement of material nature. The curtain of Yoga Maya cannot cover the eyes of the devotee of your lordship, but it can cover the eyes of the non-devotee. The non-devotee is unable to see you eye to eye, just as a person whose eyes are interrupted by the covering of a cloud cannot see the sun, although persons who are flying above the cloud can see the sunshine brilliantly as it is. Yeah? As soon as you are visible by development of Krishna consciousness, all miseries of material existence simultaneously become vanquished. So we want to be free of miseries, then we have to become Krishna conscious. Yes? So if we get to associate with Krishna by hearing and chanting His glories, associating with devotees, then we can get to see Krishna, and all material miseries will be vanquished. So thanks for listening, everybody. All glories to Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna book, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada, who has so kindly given us these literatures. So now we're having Bhagavad Gita class, and today it is my duty, so I have to move myself from here to there. And, okay, let's see how we get on. Just give me a couple of minutes to set up. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Sorry about the, I don't know how it started playing.
That's all right.
I think something started playing while you were speaking.
Don't worry about it.
I apologize.
All kinds of things go weird.
Yeah, we're new and we don't.
It's okay to work. It's fine.
Are you giving class as well?
Yeah, I'm giving class. It's okay, I prefer this.
Do you want us to move this back?
No, it's okay. I can stay here. Yeah, we'll move it back after. Thank you very much. So we're going to begin by singing one song called Jaya Radha Madhava, written by Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur. And this is a very nice meditation on Lord Sri Krishna, who is the husband of the goddess of fortune, who sports in the groves of Sri Vrindavan Dham. He is beloved of the gopis of Vrindavan, famous as the lifter of Govardhan Hill. He gives joy to his mother, Yashoda Devi, and increases the bliss of the Brajajana, the residents of Vrindavan. He wanders in the forests along the bank of the river Yamuna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachariya Yamuna Tiravanachariya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtotara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charan Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtotara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sekaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakund Radhakund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Navadvip Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Yamuna Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhaktavrinda Ki Jai Janitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories unto the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So today's verse is chapter 8, text 10 of Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. How many of you are planning to stay for the next 45 minutes? How many of you are planning to be elsewhere at some point during the next 45 minutes? How many of you have not yet decided whether you're going to stay or go? Shall we stay or shall we go? It depends what this person says. It depends how well he's able to hold our attention. Yeah? Well, I'll save you the disappointment. Don't expect too much. My business is to read from Bhagavad Gita what our spiritual master, our founder Acharya of ISKCON has given us, and to try and explain what we've heard, what we're hearing, as best as I can. Yeah, and I invite questions and discussion. But first we'll look at the verse, today's verse. We'll try to understand what it means. We'll try to present some realization on it. Yeah? And then we will invite questions and reflection. Does that sound okay? All right. So, chapter 8, text 10. Let's go line by line. I say once, you say once. Prayana kale manasa chalena. Prayana kale manasa chalena. Bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva. Bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva. Bhruvor madhye pranam avesha samyak. Bhruvor madhye pranam avesha samyak. Satam param purusham upaiti divyam. Satam param purusham upaiti divyam. Prayana kale manasa chalena. Bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva. Bhruvor madhye pranam avesha samyak. Satam param purusham upaiti divyam. Would anybody else like to chant? Anyone else would like to chant the verse? Today's verse? Yeah. Feel free? No? Okay. So let's go to the word for word. I don't have a trusty assistant to scroll down. So you'll just have to use your ears, okay? That's all right. In this context, ears are more important than eyes. So, please repeat after me. Prayana kale. At the time of death. Yeah? At the time of death. Repeat. Great. Manasa. By the mind. Achalena. Without its being deviated. Bhaktya. In full devotion. Yukta. Engaged. Yoga balena. By the power of mystic yoga. Cha. Also. Eva. Certainly. Bhruvo. The two eyebrows. Madhye. Between. Pranam. The life air. Avesha. Establishing. Samyak. Completely. Sa. He. Tam. That. Param. Transcendental. Purusham. Personality of Godhead. Upaiti. Achieves. Divyam. In the spiritual kingdom. Translation. Not yet. I know you're keen, but I'll let you know, okay, when it's time. Let me read the translation and then we'll repeat it together. All right. Phrase by phrase. But first, let's hear the whole translation. One who, at the time of death, fixes his life air between the eyebrows and, by the strength of yoga, with an undeviating mind, engages himself in remembering the Supreme Lord in full devotion, will certainly attain to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, please repeat after me. One who, at the time of death, fixes his life air between the eyebrows and, by the strength of yoga, with an undeviating mind, engages himself in remembering the Supreme Lord in full devotion, will certainly attain to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. In this verse, it is clearly stated that at the time of death, the mind must be fixed in devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For those practiced in yoga, it is recommended that they raise the life force between the eyebrows to the Agya chakra. The practice of Shat Chakra Yoga, involving meditation on the 6 chakras, is suggested here. A pure devotee does not practice such yoga, but because he is always engaged in Krishna consciousness, at death he can remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead by His grace, by the Lord's grace. This is explained in verse 14. The particular use of the word yoga balena is significant in this verse because without practice of yoga, whether Shat Chakra Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, one cannot come to this transcendental state of being at the time of death. One cannot come to this transcendental state of being at the time of death. Unless, one has a yoga practice. Either Shat Chakra Yoga, by raising the life air to the different chakra centers, or by Bhakti Yoga, loving absorption in the Lord. Okay. One cannot suddenly remember the Supreme Lord at death. One must have practiced some yoga system, especially the system of Bhakti Yoga. Since one's mind at death is very disturbed, one should practice transcendence through yoga during one's life. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishta Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Sarasvate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatare Shatarine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Garim Yat Kripata Maham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All right, be honest. Who remembers the time of death? Who remembers your most recent time of death? Anybody? Anybody remembers dying? No? Does anybody have any doubt about the fact that you did die? Are all of us sat here of the same understanding that we have died? Do we agree? Anybody doesn't agree? I have died. Yes, previously, some time back, I died. Are we in agreement with this principle? Krishna says earlier in Bhagavad Gita, for one who has taken birth, death is certain. And for one who has died, rebirth is certain. So we've all taken birth, yeah? Well, that means that we must have died before we took birth. Because this is the world of birth and death. So we've all died. And the reason I'm asking if you remember is because I'm curious to know if you remember specifically that your mind at the time of death was disturbed. If we don't remember it, then we can take it from the pages of Bhagavad Gita and from the description of the spiritual master that at the time of death, one's mind is very disturbed. Yeah? And therefore it becomes difficult to do what one needs to do at that time. And what does one need to do at the time of death? Can anybody tell me? What do you think is necessary for your supreme good, for your greatest benefit at the time of death? What is necessary? What is the most necessary thing for each of us at that time of death? You must have some clue. Because it's coming. And none of us know when it's coming. Yeah? You know, we like to use this expression. How does it go? Failing to plan means planning to fail. Yeah? And what's the biggest test that any of us have? It's death. Death is the greatest test. So would you like to pass the test, the greatest test? Or do you want to fail, as we have failed on many occasions? You want to pass? So we have to prepare. Otherwise, we would fail the test. You know, it's like someone who is learning to drive. And if they're not up to scratch when the day of the test comes, or if they don't perform nicely, according to the rules and the strictures and the requirements of the instructor, then they fail the driving test. And does it, did they get a pass? Does the driving instructor says, "Oh, that's all right. You missed this, that, and the other, and you don't get as many marks as ordinarily are required to pass, but oh well. Anyway, here here are the keys, and you're free to to drive home on your own." No. You have to again take the test until you pass. So there's no escaping the world of repeated birth and death until one passes the test of death. So we should know what to do when death comes knocking. And we may think, well, I have lots of time to prepare, right? Especially if you're young or even middle-aged and you like to think that you're still young. And even if you're getting on a little in years, you may think, well, I'm getting on a little in years, but it's, I have a lot of life left in me. I have a long time to worry about death. It's not necessary yet. I have many more important things to think about. Yeah? But the truth of the matter is that we don't know if we have 5 minutes. Yeah? Because some young person doesn't have 5 minutes. Some 40-year-old has only 10 minutes. Some 50-year-old has half an hour. In the world right now, there's somebody who's 35 or 62 or 17 who has a few hours, a few days, maybe a few weeks, and they don't know it. Death is approaching, and they're not ready. And they'll fail. And failing means rebirth. They must take another body in this material world. And it may not be a human form. They may not get so lucky as to be given again a human form of body. And so if they don't get a human body again, they will likely get an animal body, or an animal, a body in lower species of life or in lower planets. Which means that the chances of them passing the test next time around are significantly decreased. Yeah? We want to at least increase our chances of passing this test. Just like if you fail the driving test, then you have to go away and correct what you went, where you went wrong, where you messed up. You have to study a little more or practice the maneuver until you get it right. And that requires opportunity. You need a car. You don't get to pass the driving test if you can't, if you don't have the book on the theory and you don't have a car to practice the maneuver. Yeah? If you end up without any access to the knowledge of how to pass the test, and the best vehicle you have is a skateboard, yeah? Well, good luck passing it next time around. In the same way, we've been afforded this wonderful opportunity of a human body in order to pass the test of death. And if we fail, yeah, our chances of success decrease significantly if we don't again get a human body. And our chances of success increase significantly if we get a human body and we are born into association where we can learn more and develop our spiritual knowledge and our relationship with Krishna. This is dramatically increasing our chances of passing the ultimate test of death. Practically all other tests don't matter. Yeah, they may matter for a little bit, in order to have a smoother, more comfortable experience in this world. But even all of that is really down to opportunity, destiny, intelligence. Destiny, really. And destiny is a combination of the situation that has been afforded to me. What kind of machine have I been given? What kind of body is it? What kind of intelligence have I been given? What opportunities have I been given? What is my work ethic? How much determination in the mode of goodness do I have so that my perseverance may pay off? And even if I am a very persevering person, that doesn't guarantee any material success. Yeah? Because my happiness and enjoyment is decided along with this body. Tasyaiva heto parateta kovido nalabhyate yad brahmatam uparyata talabhyate dukavad anyasukam kalena sarvatra gabhira ramhasa. Narada Muni says that one who is intelligent, who is thoughtful, who is philosophically inclined, will actually use this chance of a human life to gain something that is ordinarily not available anywhere. It's not available even in the topmost planet. As far as happiness and distress goes, they come automatically in due course of time. Yeah? Don't worry about that. Just as miseries, difficulties, unhappiness, and distress come, even though I'm not asking for them, I'm not looking for them, I'm not trying to find them, they come anyway. They find me anyway. I'm forced to accept various difficulties, miseries, and sufferings. In the same way, material happiness will find you even if you're not striving to get them. So stop wasting time trying to improve your lot. Because you can't improve your material lot. You're going, according to the body, you're going to get a certain amount of material distress and a certain amount of material happiness. And to try to adjust that arrangement is a waste of time. Rather, what one should do is spend more energy, more time, and work harder to cultivate spiritual knowledge, to cultivate a relationship with Krishna, so that one is very, very well prepared at the time of death. That one is prepared to pass the test of death. Because as Srila Prabhupada states here, since one's mind at death is very disturbed, one should practice transcendence through yoga during one's life. During one's life. When the mind is disturbed at the time of death, it becomes very, very difficult to think by one's own choice on a specific object. Krishna says that yanti devavrata devan, pitar yanti pitarvata, bhutani yanti bhuteja, yanti madhyajinopi mam. That those who worship the demigods go to the demigods, those who worship the forefathers go to the forefathers, those who worship ghosts and spirits go to ghosts and spirits, and my worshippers come to me. Jai Shishi Radha Gokulananda, Shishi Sitaram Lakshmananama, Jai Shishi Gornitai. My worshippers come to me. Madhyanti Majinopi Mam. So, and he also says that if you remember me at the time of death, you'll come to me. But we can't just decide when death comes that, okay, like my mother was telling me years ago. How many years ago is it now? It must be a good 20 years ago. She had a heart attack. And she remembers, luckily, my father was there and they called the ambulance and she was taken and treated in time and saved. And, the operation was done and her length of life was, her lease of life was, increased, sustained, surely. Without help, then she may not have been so fortunate and she would not have remained. But by arrangement of providence, then more life was granted. But she says that I remember lying back and thinking, whatever happens, I'm fine with it. Yeah, she was just very calm, very relaxed, and very, very ready. Whatever happens. But there's no guarantee that one can choose the object of one's thinking at that time. Because when it really hits, when death says that now is the time that you have to leave, then where will our mind run? What will we think about? What do you think? If you can imagine yourself now, yes, at the time of death, the notice has arrived, and it's very clear that you're being asked to give up this body. Not just in the next few hours or the next few minutes. Yeah? Not that you have some time to consider that, I'm having a heart attack, I wonder when I'm going to go. No, but actually the time has come. You must leave. Get out. Get out. What are you thinking about? What are we thinking about? Is anyone willing to share? What would you be thinking about? That would be great, wouldn't it, if we could think of Krishna and say the mantra? Yeah? But imagine you're in that position. You're being told it's time to go. You have to get out. Death is here. You must leave everything and everyone behind. Where is your mind running? What are you thinking about? Most people will be thinking about unfulfilled desires. Thank you. Yes. Anything else? Pardon? You're leaving your family and friends. All right. So your mind, if I say to you, don't think of a purple penguin. Yeah? What are you thinking of? No, I just wanted to make this point. If I tell you, I don't want you to think about a purple penguin, what are you thinking about? A purple penguin, okay. The mind goes to the object of suggestion, right? So at the time of death, our attachments will determine what we think about. So you said unfulfilled desires, yeah? You said family and friends, that I'm leaving them. That means I'm going to be thinking about, my son, my daughter, my spouse, my brother, my sister, yeah. So many attachments. The mind will run there. And then Krishna says that whatever state of being one remembers, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram. Whatever state of being one remembers when one quits this body, that state he will attain without fail. So what I'm thinking about at the time of death will determine what my next body is. I will get a corresponding body according to what I am thinking about at the time of death. Yeah? What is my consciousness at the time of death? That will determine my next destination. It will determine my next body. Yeah? My mind will take me to my next body. The object of my meditation will become my next form. Right? So I'm thinking about, the child, yeah? And I will get a suitable form that's in relation to the child that I was thinking of at the time of death. If I'm thinking of a small girl, right? It won't be long before I'm the small girl. If I'm a worshipper of the sun god, I will get a form like that of the sun god and go to the sun planet. I won't stay there because it's still within the material universe. Yeah. So the worship of the demigods, yanti deva vrta devan. The worshippers of the demigods go to the demigods because that's the object of their meditation throughout one's life, and therefore at the time of death there's a good chance they'll think of their Ishta Deva, the particular demigod. But that's not a good result, because wherever you go in this material world, Huh? It's dukkhalayam ashashvatam. It's temporary and full of misery. The real aim of life is to escape this world of birth and death altogether. That is the real aim of life. And in order to escape altogether this world of birth and death, one must have a transcendental object of attachment and meditation. So some people, they say, if they've had a near-death experience, they say, my life flashed before my eyes, I had this near-death experience, I almost passed away, and my life flashed before my eyes. That's very interesting information. Because what it means is that what comes into the consciousness at the moment of death is an accumulation of experiences, impressions, and attachments. And that accumulated lifetime becomes condensed. And that informs what kind of consciousness we have. And it informs our most intense interest, our most intense attachment. So when death comes, we don't want to be thinking about the pet cat, right? We don't want to be thinking about, some cute little baby. We don't want to be thinking about, the beautiful form of our wife or our beloved husband. As much as we love them, we don't want to come back resembling them, do we? Really? Just observe how much they suffer with us, right? Do we really want to come back as something resembling them and all the things they go through? No. We have to get out of this world. And the only way to do that is to become Krishna conscious, to have a transcendental objective. Okay, great. Let me just finish this one thought. Can you hang on to it? I'm cruel, I know. I'm really cruel. So, in order to be in the best position at the time of death, I have to practice during my life. I have to practice placing my mind on Krishna during my life, so that at the time of death, I have the greatest opportunity to remember him. And even if I don't remember him, Krishna is very merciful. Srila Prabhupada said he won't forget you. So therefore, this is the importance of practicing during one's life. And what's the best practice, the best abhyas? It's bhakti yoga. Loving Krishna during one's life. What's your question? Yes. The question is, does it not depend on karma, where one takes birth again? It does. It's very much dependent on karma. So the question is, do you want to be at the mercy of karma, or do you want to be at Krishna's mercy? Do you want to be dictated? Do you want your next destination to be dictated by your karma? Yeah? Or do you want to be dictated by Krishna's mercy? Do you know the story of King Dhritarashtra? You know the Mahabharata, right? So, and you're familiar with King Dhritarashtra. He was the blind leader of the Kurus. He was king. He wasn't supposed to be king. His brother Pandu was the king, but Pandu died at a younger age. And until Pandu's sons could take the throne, Dhritarashtra ruled. But he wanted to hang on to it. Yeah, he was attached to that position. And he wanted the position to be passed to his own sons, not his nephews. Right? We all know this, those that are familiar with Mahabharata. So King Dhritarashtra, he was born blind. Yeah? And all of his sons perished in the Kurukshetra war. All of them. He survived all of his children, practically. They all died. 100 of them. Yeah? And that's a big blow. Someone is devastated if one child dies. Imagine all of your sons are wholesale slaughtered in a war. We have this famous movie, Saving Private Ryan. Yeah? A mother has 4 sons. They're all in battle, right, during World War II. News comes that 3 of them have been killed. There's 1 son left. Okay, get him back, for God's sake, to spare the mother the pain of losing all of them. Well, Dhritarashtra and his wife Gandhari lost all of their 100 sons in the Kurukshetra war. So, let's rewind a little bit to the life previous to Dhritarashtra's life. Let's imagine pre-Dhritarashtra is sitting in Bhagavad Gita class saying, or raising the question, is it according to karma? Doesn't one take birth again according to karma? And the speaker of Bhagavad Gita would say to him, yes. And do you want to be dictated to by karma or by Krishna's mercy? Yeah? And I'm sure if he has any sense, he'll say, by Krishna's mercy, please, not by karma. And that would be a good answer. Why? Because he does not know what karma has in store for him. Yeah? He does not know that next life he's going to be born blind and all of his 100 sons are going to be lost. In all of these ways he'll suffer. He is not aware that that's on its way. It's in the mail. It's the arrow has left the bowstring and it is traveling to find him. He doesn't know that. So Dhritarashtra asked Lord Krishna, how, why was I born blind? And what did I do that I deserve to lose all of my 100 sons? And Lord Krishna told him, as far as I remember, if I remember correctly, Lord Krishna told him that 50 lifetimes previously, you were a hunter by profession, occupation, and in the course of your hunting activities, you set fire to a tree, in order to, expose the creatures, the birds that you wanted to hunt and capture. So he set fire to the tree. There were 100 fledgling birds in that tree, and all of them perished. And the parent bird, I don't know, the mother or the father, escaped, but they lost their eyesight. Yeah, let's say the mother bird was blinded in the blaze. Yeah, so as a consequence of that irreligious act, that sinful act, Dhritarashtra had accrued a debt, a karmic debt. Yes, because you don't get away with anything. You don't, you can't step on an ant and get away with it. Everything has to be paid for. Right? And therefore there is a system, according to the Vedic knowledge, there is a system of prayaschitta, or atonement, of making up for sins, even unconsciously performed. One has to atone, right? Otherwise one will suffer the karma. So Krishna explained that because you did this thing and you killed all these 100 birds and you blinded the parent bird, therefore in this life you were born blind and your children were all lost. They were all killed, right? And then King Dhritarashtra's question immediately was, well, that was 50 lifetimes ago. Why am I paying for it now? It's very interesting, Krishna's response. Would you like to know what Krishna's answer is? Yeah? Krishna said, it took you 50 lifetimes to accrue the merit to deserve to have 100 sons. That's how long it, in other words, you get the bill for something you've done. It costs this much. Yeah? Let's say you crash the car. And now you have to pay out whatever, the insurance, this and that. Yeah, but you don't have the money. Yeah, you can't, so can you pay immediately what you owe? No. You have to earn the money to pay your bill. So it took Dhritarashtra 50 lifetimes to earn the credit to pay the debt. Right? So yes, the next life will be decided by karma. Karmana daivanetrena, jantur deho papatiye, striya pravishtu udaram, pumso reta kanashraya. One takes shelter in the womb of a particular mother through the injection of the father's semen, right? One takes shelter, the living entity takes shelter of a particle of the father's semen, is injected into the womb of the mother, and thus gets a suitable body. And who decides? Karmana daivanetrena. By the witness of the Lord, the Super Soul. He's the witness. He knows what we've done. He knows what the balances of good and evil, credit and debit. He knows the balance. And he has his agents who also keep score, right? They keep score. So we don't get the choice. It's a lovely New Age notion. Yeah, I chose to be born in this particular family. Yes, I looked at these particular parents and thought, right? Yes, I have something to learn with these particular parents, and I also have something to bring them. And therefore I chose these particular parents, not that couple, but this couple. No, you didn't. It was decided for you. Karmana daivanetrena, jantur deho papati. You got your body by the dictation of karma and daiva, the supreme, in conjunction with what is due to you by your karma. Dhritarashtra, I'm sure, if you told him, hey, Dhritarashtra, next life, born blind, 100 sons, all die, he would have said, please, no, pass, tell me, what can I do to not get that body? I'll do anything not to have that body. Yeah? Sorry, sir, it's your karma. Okay, tell me what I have to do to cancel the karmic account. Can we get it wiped out? Somehow or other, can we just cancel the debt? Let's have the debt canceled, please. Yeah? And each of us should be thinking like that. How can I cancel? Because God only knows what I've got headed my way. Oh, I'm a good person, I'm a nice person. No doubt in my next life, I deserve the body of a demigod. Yeah? I'll go to heaven, I'll enjoy, I'll have lots of wealth. Yeah, all the girls will be surrounding me. God only knows what our idea is of what we should have. Yeah? But what if instead you end up in a sweatshop in Thailand? Because 230 lifetimes ago you were a slave driver, and it's time to pay the debt. It's being called in. No thanks. I'll do anything to avoid that. I've had enough suffering in this material world. So when death knocks, we're not going to have an opportunity to bargain. I don't want that body. No, thank you. No, it's already decided. And therefore, if we're smart, we'll think, I better get moving. I better get started in getting this debt canceled. Yeah? Because when death comes, I want to be able to say, sorry, death, debt canceled. Yeah? Krishna has promised debt canceled. I've dedicated my entire life to Krishna's service. Yes? And Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha yashami ma shucha. Krishna promises, you surrender to me, I'll cancel your debt. mokshayashami. Sarva papebhyo mokshayashami. I'll free you from the reaction of all your papa. The debt means the payment, the suffering, what we have to give up, or rather what we have to pay is on account of our papa, our sinful activities. So Krishna says, I will free you from all of the reactions to your sins. Mashucha, don't worry. Stop worrying about it. Well, is it true? Will he really? What if, he doesn't? Like maybe I'll still end up in the sweatshop in Thailand. Mashucha, don't worry. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Mame vaishasi yuktvavam atmanam parayana. Always think of me. Always think of me. Become my devotee. Worship me. Offer your obeisances to me. Thus, you will remain in me always. You will live in me always. I'll take full care of you. I'll protect you. You'll come to me. I promise you. You're my friend. So we have to make friends with Krishna. Yes? And then at the time of death, our friend Krishna will take us to him. Yeah? Even if we're not able to remember him. Isn't that wonderful? This is the rule. Krishna says what the rule is. Yeah? Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. Whatever you remember at the time of death, you're going to get that body. That's the rule. Well, what if the devotee, somehow or other, spends his whole life or her whole life serving Krishna, remembering Krishna, trying to love Krishna? But somehow or other, at the time of death, they're not able to remember Krishna. Circumstances are just like that. Yeah? There's a good chance they will, because they've practiced their whole life to remember Krishna. So at the time of death, when it's really tough, and the mind is going all over the shop, looking for some shelter, there's a good chance you'll remember Krishna because you've been practicing your whole life. But if somehow or other you can't remember or you don't remember, Krishna will remember. Prabhupada says, Krishna will remember you, even if you don't remember him. So it's incumbent upon us to remember Krishna while we're living. And therefore, every day, we have an unimaginable opportunity to prepare for this test, this final test. Since one's mind at death is very disturbed, one should practice transcendence through yoga during one's life. Death is the test, and now is the preparation. And now we can prepare to succeed. We have a few minutes. Are there any questions or thoughts? Yes, sir.
We perceive that karma is always bad. There can be good and bad karma.
Yes.
So if we do good, good karma or good deeds and things like that, so that not carry on.
Yes.
That not
Okay. So the bad deeds, the papa, will take me to an undesirable form of body, right? And the punya, the good deeds, the merit, may take me to a more desirable form of body, an opportunity and facility and experience. Yeah? Like I said, maybe you deserve to end up in one of the higher planets with the demigods and have a greater standard of sense gratification. But how long can you stay there? That's the problem. Eventually you will come back to earth with a thud. Yes? So all material happiness ends in distress, because no material happiness lasts forever. Which means all material happiness results in distress because it ends. So we may think, yes, material happiness, I'm sorted, life's good. But that same material happiness will simply lead you to unhappiness because it will be lost, it will end. It goes around and around and around, right? One lifetime up in the clouds, another lifetime down in the dirt. So what if you've got good karma? It's all vikarma. It's all material, which means it's all dukkhalayam shashvatam. It's all useless. All material karma is useless. It's actually vikarma. And the opposite of vikarma is akarma, which means to work for God and to go to God. We have to stop. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll take your question after. Find me at 7:30. I'll be there in reception, okay? Is it a deal? All right. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. If you could just all come closer. The prayers are on the screen. Kiba Jaya Jaya Gaura Chandre Arati Kashoba. Jaya Jaya Gaura Chandre Arati Kashoba. Janavi Katabane Jagamana Loba. Janavitavane Jagamana Loba. Dakini Tai Chan Bame Gadadara Dakini Tai Chan Bame Gadadara Nikate Advaita Srini Vasata Pradara Nikate Advaita Srini Vasachakradara Bosi Ache Gaurachan Ratna Simhasane Bosi Ache Gaurachan Ratna Simhasane Arati Adidevagane Arati Korem Brahma Adidevagane Narahari Adikori Chamaradulaya Narahari Adikori Chamaradulaya Sandhya Mukunda Vasu Goshadigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Goshadigaya Sankabana Veganta Baje Baje Karatala Sanka Baje Ganta Baje Baje Karatala Madhura Mridanga Baje Paramarasala Madhura Mridanga Baje Paramarasala Sanka Baje Ganta Baje Madhur 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 Baje Sanka Baje Ganta Baje Madhur 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 Baje Baje Sanka Baje Ganta Baje Madhur 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 Baje 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 Nitagora Haribol, 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 Nitagora Haribol. Nitagora Haribol, Haribol, Haribo, Nitta Gora Haribo. Nitta Gora Haribol, 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 Nitta Gora Haribol. Bahu Koti Chandrajini Vadana Ujvala Bahu Koti Chandrajini Vadana Ujvala Gala Deshe Banamala Kori Jalamala Gala Deshe Banamala Kori Jalamala Shiva Sukha Narada Preme Gada Gada Shiva Shuka Narada Preme Gada Gada Bhakti Vinoda Deke Gorara Sampada Bhakti Vinoda Deke Gorara Sampada Shiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chandre Arati Kashoba Jana Vitata Vane Jagamana Loba Gorange Arati Kashoba Jagajana Mana Loba Gorange Arati Kashoba Jagajana Mana Loba Gorange Arati Kashoba Jagajana Mana Loba Gorange Kartika Shobha Jagajana Mana Loba Loba Jaga Jana Mana Loba Loba Jaga Jana Mana Loba Nitta Gora Haribol 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 Nitta Gora Haribol Nitta Gora Haribol 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 Nitta Gora Haribol Namo Vishnu Padaya Vishnushaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashachadeshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram, Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram, Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Nitya Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitya Gaura Haribol. Nitya Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitya Gaura Haribol.
Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Now please pay obeisances. Jayang Vishnupad Paramhansha Ashtuttara Shata Sri Srimad Abhay Charanaru Bindu Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayang Vishnupad Paramhansha Ashtuttara Shata Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Brinda Ki Jai. नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru, Sri Gauranga. Hare Krishna. So now we will have our nourishing a prayer, which is on the screen. So please sing if you can.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Mahera Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Narsingh Bhagwan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Now Prashadam is being served outside in the adjacent room. The next Arati will be at 9 o'clock, and from now till 9:30 we'll have a lot of kirtans here. So people are more than welcome to stay here and enjoy. Thank you.